What's up, people? How's it going? Barkman, good to see you. How are things, people on YouTube? Welcome in. We're wrapping up this takeover that is very uneventful. And I just sent a single ship there, just for symbolic reasons. And Kalamastini, whatever, I hope I pronounced it right. What's up with you? How's it going? Alright, I guess I can recall the ship. Oh, you have a takeover. Which territory? I'm assuming it's gonna be... We have one at, like, in 3 hours. We have this one. Those. I don't know if you have this one. So anyway, let's recall a couple of ships here. Send them back in. Yeah, same one. I think we're gonna have a reset in about 2 weeks. I hope they're gonna update some things. TC needs to get some substance. It's pretty boring. Yeah, those however you spell it. Yeah, I know. It's hard to pronounce these things. Hey, as far as how to get it zoomed out, okay, so I'm glad you asked that because a few people on my Discord asked the same thing. There's a mod, a community mod, originally created by Ripper, and now it's being maintained by other people. So I did put the link in there. The thing is, the mod is a community mod. It's not supported by Scopely in any way. They don't ban it. They don't say, oh, if you use it, we're going to ban your account. Not at all. They just say we don't support it. So if you have any performance issues, we're not responsible, which makes sense. But this mod gives you a bunch of features that, for example, yeah, fully zoomed out. I configured it so I can actually see a full system view, which is very useful when it comes to, let's say, a takeover or arenas, wave defense for sure. Like, there are a lot of uses for this. Another one is, I don't know if the game has that feature, but if I press the numbers like 1 through 6 on my keyboard, I can swap the docks. So if you have 8 docks, you can also include 7 and 8, for example. That's another feature you have. Also, spacebar is an action, so you can go or attack with spacebar. I press R and I recall the ship. So a lot of these little things saves you a lot of clicks. And I love it. One feature that I hope they're going to implement, we don't have it yet, the utilization of Kirshara. So I can target somebody and press space and it will attack. But I cannot queue hostiles this way with spacebar. So we're waiting for them to improve it and add a key or something we can do that is going to add all those, you know, Kirshara feature to the queue, which is really, really nice. But yeah, join my Discord if you want. There's a link, and actually I can probably type it in here. And I did pin that one in, yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it there. And if not, then just hit me up directly and I'll send it to you if you can't find it. Oh yeah, you can double dip. I'm sure you guys knew that when you just cap one of your territories, then the isogen is switching back to non-improved. Yeah, you're welcome, Susan. So I double dip. Not that there's any use for these currencies anymore. ISO emulsion, I barely use it. This is really the main incentive, is to help the alliance with inventory and stuff like that. Okay. Let's take a look at the events today. We have Away teams. That's an easy one. Oh yeah, we got to slaughter Federation. Okay, let's do that. Let's kill the Federation. Traitors. We're traitors today. Killing them with the Enterprise D. That's just wrong on so many levels. You know, I'm just for the heck of it. I barely use those exos, but just for the heck of it. There's the one that is reducing the negative impact. Federation. There. Negative rep. I have 167. I might as well pop one. So, are you guys looking forward to the next arc? I know we don't really know what's coming, but I'm excited. The main reason I'm excited is because Op 67 is in the books. It's going to happen. So that first weekend, I'm pulling the trigger. Okay, that will take 7 minutes to get there. That's eternity and a half. Okay. One thing I wanted to take a look at. Let's look at the daily missions, daily goals. I think I finished most of them. Okay, this will actually complete this. And then that one, and that's it. Alright, the rest of the events. Some SLBs that we don't really care about. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna touch on that. Hey Alestis, good to see you on YouTube. How you doing? Good evening to you and to me. I'm assuming you're a few hours ahead of me, because it's only 2:35 p.m. California time, Pacific. So the trick here, and I'm gonna cover it in a little bit more depth into the stream, but we have an opportunity to buy some Syndicate XP. So let's say you're very close to hitting a milestone, and you calculate and you see that a few of these bundles can actually get you to the next milestone. That's a good reason to use it. I'm probably going to be very short of milestone 3, so I'll probably buy a few of these. But I'll wait until we're actually close to the end of the event. Oh yeah, this is confusing because when people do that free claim, then it gives the destiny tokens. So my alliance people actually got a gift from me because it was free. And they're like, James Bond, did you actually buy a pack? I'm like, no, I swear I did not buy a pack. Oh yeah, Return of the Mega Cube. This event needs to go away. It just needs to go away. It's so outdated. And we got a second bonus refinery between arcs, which I welcome very much. That's a lot of free extra materials. Hey T-Red, how's it going? Popo, hey, good to see you here. Welcome in. Alestis, oops, good afternoon. Yes, I'm a few hours ahead. Yeah, well, it feels like evening anyway. Maxenheimer, is a bonus refinery actually worth it in G6? I think so. All right, let's compare them apples to apples. So at Op 66, My refinery, I can get between 17 to 163 uncommon and 6 to 60 rare. And if we compare it here, 21 to 222 versus 7 through 80. The ones I really care about are the uncommon, because that's what the main material that we need for progression, at least in my level. Up to this point, rare is not the major one. The uncommon is. So yeah, I'm gonna max claim this as many times as I can during the event. 4 chests. There were some pools I got like 400 or 500. That's a lot. So yeah, I think it's worth it. And because I mine like a crazy person, raw material is not really an issue. Cheers, Maxon. Yeah, I say go for all of them if you can. If you can afford it with your income. And if you can't, fine, pull a 3 chest. It's still great. But I go all the way. Because I mine a lot. If you want to see how much, I'm 26.5 billion resources mined so far. Which is pretty bad. I mean, pretty good, but pretty crazy. But again, it's AFK. Like, you don't have to do anything. This is not like actual effort. This is throw the miners out there and go away. Leave the game. What do I want to do? Oh, yeah. Fine, let's complete that stupid thing. Let's go to that old cube here while the Enterprise D is flying and launch one of these. Do you guys actually use the jumping feature of the cube if you have it unlocked? I use it very rarely. What's the currency needed to unlock 4th refinery option for G6 mats? Currency needed. I mean, I need 2. Oh, maybe you can't see it because I was. Oh no, you can see it here. 2.55 million per pull. So about 5 million a day. T-Red says if warp time exceeds a couple minutes, yeah, I'll jump every time. Sure. Yeah, I mean the cube is not really my main ship, so that's why I probably don't use it. Kala says no, he's not using it. Barkman, I 100% use the jumping feature. It's awesome. Nice. Maxenheimer, yeah, but how did you get the 4th claim? I don't know what 4th claim are you talking about. You have 3 possibilities when you open the tab. 3 of them. So 4 chests is the 3rd option. Barkman's your main ship. Very nice. He's probably tiered up nicely. Maxenheimer, aren't the mat chests usually 1, 2, and 3? In this case, they're 2, 3, and 4. And also in the regular non-bonus, it's 2, 3, and 4. And in the 5-star, I have 3, 4, and 5 because I unlocked the Prime with some G6 materials early on. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, go for the max pull as much as possible. That's my recommendation. It's going to pay off because you're going to get a lot of materials. Oh yeah, let's speed this up. Wait, I missed this. Yeah. Sue says, instant base relocation in deep space with this cube ability. I use it sometimes for mining. That's a good idea. Especially if you have a good warp range. This one is 1156 for me. It's not enough for where I'm trying to get to. So really, the cube is going to become a primary ship for me, probably in on Op 70 when I unlock the epic ship. There's a little bit of... it's going to take me a minute. Maxenheimer, you love the cube's transwarp. Use it every day for dailies and events. Or close call armadas. It is a good feature. If this was my main ship, I would probably use it a lot more. But it's not. And where I use it, it's usually places that are really close, like 30 seconds to a minute from my base, from territory. So I just, you know, don't even waste it. I'll save it for emergencies for like PvP or something. I don't know. Hey, X-Duder, what's up? Good afternoon to you too. How's everything going for you? So yeah, right now we're completing a few events. And let's look at that cube event and see what the other one was. Oh, just Borg spheres? Yeah, I'll kill a few of them. You know what? Yeah, let's use that jump feature now, because I don't feel like traveling. So many bookmarks. Can't keep up with all of this. Yeah, I'll skip a minute. Hey, Maxenheimer, thank you for the cheer. I really appreciate it. Barkman, as an Ops 56, yes, still a few more weeks of max pulling cores. I use it to jump to the 60 systems in faction space for faction hunt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you kill 60s that way, absolutely. And I don't think we're really short on... I mean, we pull it daily. I don't remember how much we pull, but that's a good amount for a few jumps every day. So you can totally use that for your dailies. Max pulling Armada chest for cores. Yeah, you're almost there. Keep at it. And then that will be the first and last time you're going to have to go through that with that ACC building. Hate that one. I'm trying to remember how much of a bottleneck that was for me. I think it was, and then they bumped up the amount of rare cores we get from those chests. So then I was already max pulling, but then they just started to come in a lot faster. Okay, let's queue a few more here. Actually, I can kill anything. 65 is fine too. I'm not doing the daily. I'm just trying to complete the event. If you're already doing Armadas and turning in the chest, probably not bad. Yeah, I always did. I always aimed at max pulling as much as I can. Any currency, any refinery, any chest that the game gives you. Because as a free-to-play, it's really important to me to stay competitive and also, you know, progress as fast as I do. I have to push myself. I have to go for as many max pulls as I can. Because I can't compete with somebody that buys a $100 pack, you know, twice a month. Exeter, keep pulling the uncommon Armada chest. Once you have the cores, you still get rare Armada directives from them. Yeah, I still max pull them. All of them. On cooldown. Like, I don't mess around. Here, let me show you. Just have a squirrel thing. I gotta click on some chests and whatnot. Alliance, right? Yeah, I still do. Because, look, faction credits. People ask me, how do you have so much faction credits? Yeah, the reasons I mentioned, but also, even in that video I mentioned, yeah, max pool these. This gives you a lot. Materials doesn't matter anymore. G5, I'm drowning in it. And you know what? These will actually matter because we're about to start scrapping G5 ships in the next few months. By the end of the year, they said. This will come in handy. These blueprints. G5 I still pull because, look, officer shards. There's nothing wrong with that. Faction credits, nothing wrong with that. Officer XP, we always need this stuff. And it gives some, you know, Armada directives. It doesn't hurt. Yeah, I pull everything, even the G4 stuff. For faction credits, for, I think the rare still gives some officers I need. Or no, I maxed all of them. But once upon a time, it did give me some of those that I needed. Barkman, I had hoarded directives, so I soloed a bunch of level 60s, but now I have to wait for on the pools. You mean you have too much currency? That's a good problem to have, that you just need to wait on the pools. Yeah. But the good thing is you can keep pulling this, and your faction credits and all the other goodies will keep coming in. Alestes on YouTube says, I just did the ACC's 56 thing. I had to max pull for 1 month. Yeah, and I say if you have the income, keep max pulling. I solo the G5 Armadas myself. I put on a loot crew. I don't even need to buff myself anymore with a max Enterprise D. and I make sure that I have enough currency to finance all the max pulls on a regular basis. It really helps with the faction credits. That's how I can afford every ship I want to build. I sold the Armadas with my Crozier to get max rewards. Yeah, and if you can throw loot crew on it, even better. Maxenheimer, disregarding possible economy changes, do you have a rough estimate when you'll build the G6 Epic? Okay, so I'll be op 67, not this weekend, next weekend. Like next Saturday. Actually, next stream. I'll probably save it for next stream. Maybe I'll stream like an extra stream on Saturday or something just to get this sooner because I'll be eager. So yeah, I'll be 67 in a week and a few days. Less than 10 days. And then we'll see what is the hill to climb for 68. I know 69 to 70 is going to take a long time. So my estimate is by the end of the year, I should be 70. The question is, will I be 70 before they release the next expansion, G7? That's what I'm wondering. X-Duder, that's what I'm looking forward to. 5-star scrapping. 4-star is so painful, but 5-star could build several ships. Yeah. And scrapping G5 is going to be the continuation of that ISS Jelly to Enterprise A, Enterprise D, and then Enterprise E. So it means that everything I did for the Enterprise D to get it to tier 12, I'll be able to do for the Enterprise E. Which is exciting. And it won't be as hard because I'm already in the loop. It's not like restarting it. Kala says, have you found a fast and efficient way to level up jellyfish for scrapping? Had it in augment space for weeks and still level 52. Yeah, I go to Monavine space because it yields more experience. And I think the highest it can go is this, the 48 system. And it grants me between 20 to 25,000 per kill. So I just throw it out there. And I put the best hostile crew on it so it will survive as long as possible. And that's how it farms the rep. Not the rep, the ship XP. T-Red says, is there a way to get a jellyfish faster? ISO store is a bit slow, especially when I'm buying Monavine BPs and NX2. Yeah, so the store is one option. Circling back to the Armada chests, you get some blueprints from here somewhere. I forgot. I think it's this one. I don't remember. Wait, is it the comment? Oh no, the epic. Oh yeah, the G3, the G3. You get some from here. So yeah, max pull this one. I forget. I think there was another way. I can't remember right now. Oh yeah, I see that. Nevi, thank you for confirming the Texas. Yeah, the Monavine space. Maxenheimer, I mentioned this to Rev already. The ISO stores are nice, but also quite overwhelming for newer players. Why overwhelming? Like, you mean with the amount of loops that they get? I would agree that they're probably very overwhelmed. Estom Gun 93 first time chatter says, I'm currently ops 54, slowly building up faction credits for 56. Would you wait to move up until you have the faction credits for the ops level you're going to? You mean for the ship you're going to, so for the 56 ship. Well, let me ask you this. You're ops 54. How strong are your ships? Thumbs gun. Can you handle all your hostiles, even like a couple of levels higher, or you have some struggles? Barkman, did everyone get their 160 chest pulls of COG today? I don't know what you're talking about, so maybe I didn't. Is it in the event store? I don't know what you're talking about, Barkman, but I don't want to. I'm having a little bit of FOMO right now, so let's see if you can tell me what it is. T-Red, ISO stores are nice, but contents with research and Meridian upgrades. Yeah. But I'm saying, I mean, the jellyfish is important, so maybe you're not going to get the max pull. Like, you're not going to buy the maximum amount of blueprints you can, but still get some, especially if you're trying to build your first. Max and Hammer, yes, they spend on blueprints for months and months and never get to spend on ISO and research. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I mean, ISO research, the research tree is very important, the territory one. And for newer players, they actually have valuable ones there, so they do need to prioritize it. It's just been a minute since I've been in that level. But I can see that you need to find the balance. I don't think there's a cookie cutter answer. Like, it really depends on what your account is lacking, what it actually needs. Sue says improved refinery pools, I guess. The intentionally boosted COG refinery pools. Barkman, what's COG? Thumb says hostiles are fine. 214 million Northcut and 215 mil NSCA help. Yeah, if you handle hostiles, I say push to 56. Just push there. I don't think you're going to get stuck. And keep working on your faction credits in the meantime. Like, go to the Mirror Universe and get it from all the sources that I covered in that video. Justin on YouTube says G4 normal bonus pool gave 160 chests. Oh, yeah, the G4. I've been claiming them, actually. Yeah, I know what you were talking about now. Yeah, even me, as a person who doesn't need them anymore, I see that it's available, I click. Justin says a normal was 12 or something. T-Red, I don't know what Barkman means by COG, but the G4 bonus refinery has huge pulls today. Yeah, I did. And I pulled them, even though I don't need G4. Max pull costs 1 million and pays 160 chests. Oh, that's right. Now I see it. I didn't even look at the number of chests. Oh my god, that's sick. Oh yeah, G4 people are moving to G5. There's no question. Oh, crystal or gas. Okay, Barkman, now I know that initial. I'll remember that. T-Red. Oh, now it makes sense now. Yeah. Oh, I've never heard of an abbreviation before. Yeah, COG. Okay, now we know. We learned something new. Let's kill a few more. Slaughter some Federation. But yeah, I can't wait to hit 67 and then map my way to 68. I'm curious if it's going to take me as long as... like, some ops levels, it's a breeze. It takes you like 2-3 weeks. And some of them, it's like a month and a half to 2 months. So, I didn't look yet because it's pretty discouraging to see the amount of materials that I need. So, I'm not doing that. Oh, you know what? One thing excited? Today or yesterday, I unlocked Janeway in 7. So I started working on Janeway on the skill tree. And this evening I'm going to go for the Q trials with some of this research. And it also just happened that we have mirror upgrades. No, not mirror upgrades. FC enlistment event. So I'm definitely scoring first. If anybody threatens me, I'm just going to push more. Because I have, you know, both of these new fresh... fleet commanders that I can level up. Thanks, T-Red. Thanks for that. And yeah, you're still a few days away, but you get Sloan tomorrow. Sloan is a game changer. He's like the number 2 in my opinion. Lorca is number 1. Sloan is number 2. And Max and Hammer, you just maxed Q trials this week after unlocking Janeway. Yeah, that's exciting times, man. Can't wait to use it. And I was kind of giving some thoughts of... now I have the wealthy person's problem of I don't have enough seats for my fleet commanders. So it looks like where I'm leaning towards now, Spock and Locutus, they're out. For the most part. I'm still going to bring them in for some situations. But I think Janeway and Seven are going to take over. So my regular setup is going to be Kirk, Sloan, Janeway, Seven. And then Locutus and Spock are jumping in on the need, whenever is needed. T-Red, you've had Lorca for a bit. He's definitely helped me a lot. I have Kirk, Spock, and Lorca slotted right now. Oh, so you have, sounds like you have 3 slots. Yeah, Lorca is amazing and everything. I mainly want him for the efficiencies, for the building efficiencies, because that's, as you know, my #1 priority. Maxon says 7 has a useful skill, increased command center payouts. Collect your chest after each tier of that skill. I'm going to look at that right now. Glad you brought it up, because I didn't even look at her. I was so excited for Janeway. Okay. This is... this looks like, battle stuff. So probably not here. Mining rate. Not opposing that. Isogen mining, who cares? Fabricator tree. Okay, so I'm looking at it now. Max Caro for Stella. Who uses the Stella? Oh. Yes. Oh yeah, we're pushing for it right now. And this is a passive. Oh yeah. Let's do this. She needs to be rank 9. Glad you brought it up for tomorrow's claim. Okay, so let's get her to rank 9 and collect the chest after each tier. Nice. Okay, so you know what? I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll get tomorrow's morning's pull, and then I'll start tearing up in the morning. But let me just prep her. And we have 15 tiers. Holy crap, this is going to be so good. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot and saving it in my notes, my STFC notes. Wait, no. Let's take a better screenshot of this. Yeah, this is like #1 priority tomorrow. If your CC isn't 60, you'll get to tier 14. Yeah, it's getting there. It's 54, almost 55. Well, halfway to 55. And one thing that I've been claiming on a regular basis, I'm getting 60 every day from here. Remember to claim every single time you rank it up. Yeah, for sure. I'll do it 15 times tomorrow. Oh, this brings me to an important point. We actually were chatting about it. Jules Verne jumped in, and we were chatting a little bit about the ship arts converter token. So I gave it some thought. And I figured I'll just buy one favor, the cheapest possible favor, so I can start collecting them daily. Just one. I'm not redeeming them yet. I'm just starting to build up a stash. So I found one that costs only 14k of the access keys. And it's the Shadow Market Survey. That one is only 14,000. It's cheaper than the other 3. The other 3 are 21,000. And the survey was only 14,000. So if you haven't bought it yet and you have a good amount of currency, I say just buy one. Just buy this one and start claiming this daily. The Ship Arts Converter token. Oh, I need to kill a bunch of them. Alright. The killing shall continue. This is a refinery reminder. The refinery is up. So I'm going to queue a few of these and let's start claiming everything I can. Okay, I have 3 minutes actually. Max Number says, yeah, it's cheaper, nice for stocking up, but to spend those on other ship types, you still need to unlock them. That's right. but I'm just building up a stash. I'm not using them yet. But if let's say I'm not going to be using them for 4 or 5 months, then in the meantime, I'm piling up 120 to 150 tokens for free just by unlocking that favor early. So that's why I was okay with that. Just unlocking one, just for the daily claim. Because you're getting just one claim no matter how many favors you have. So I just unlocked the cheapest one so I can get those daily. That made sense to me. That's actually a good idea. But as far as claiming, nothing. I'm doing nothing. Are you likely to spend them on surveys though? Otherwise it's 14k straight lost. I might. At a certain point. But again, 14,000 is a low amount. And I bring in 4,500 every time I complete a solo wave. So that's the equivalent of, let's say, 3 solo waves. It's not that bad. I still have a lot of currency left. I have 32,000. And my main focus right now is to get all of these artifacts and Chaos Tech, Forbidden Tech. That's what I use it for. And I also get the Velox field repair. I started claiming that. I agree with unlocking any and stocking up right now, though. Yeah. I mean, I think eventually I'm probably going to buy all the favors like I usually do. Eventually, down the line. So I know Explorer is probably not needed at all because we have the Jellyfish engine. So I don't see a reason to get that. So maybe Interceptor. Or maybe Battleship. But anyway. 14,000. I'm getting it now. Starting collecting them. Absolutely. Refinery should be up any second. 30 seconds. Okay, this event. I hope I'll finish the event without needing to send it again. Maxenheimer, thank you. Thank you for cheering, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't feel like flying here again for 7 minutes. Oh yeah, did we finish that cube event? Yes, we have. Okay, let's recall this. And start collecting the refinery. These are the most exciting. Okay, come on. I need something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. 148. Okay, fine. Hey, it's 148 that I didn't have a second ago. 116. All right, I'll take it. Give me like 130. Okay, fine. And I still get to collect the regular. It's funny, I actually get more from this. Yeah, I mean, the bonus refinery, I know a lot of people say the same thing, and I agree. It doesn't pay as well, especially when you reach the higher levels of your grade level. But it's still more, and if you have so much raw material, then absolutely claim it. It's more. It's going to get you to your destination faster. And mining is a passive ability. It should be a passive ability. As long as you got the raws, no issue. Yep. I'm aiming... I want to reach 200 million with each. So by the time I graduate G6, I will get there. But because we had pretty much 2 bonus refineries back to back, I've been burning a lot. I was like 130 of each. And I've just been burning a lot of them. How many Selkies I have? All 6. 1 for each of my docks. 1 for each of my docks. And overnight I just spread them all. I just send them all. I know. But it's good. It's so good. I mean, that's why I can afford anything, all the pools. And I still have a crazy surplus of faction credits. I think I'm like at 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, and 9 million or something like that. Here, let's look at that real quick. 4.7 million Federation, 4.2 Klingon, and 8.9 Romulan. After buying the 6 Selkies, I mind you. Good question. One of them is tier 4, and the other 5 are tier 2. No, I don't want to recall. They don't need to go beyond tier 2, to be honest. X-Duder, do you think we'll have any spend the current event tokens event with this 1 week loop? Not sure I know what you mean. Let me finish the refinery and think about what you're saying. Maxenheimer, very nice. Do you have the Terran G6 BP efficiency? No, I didn't buy it. I don't really need it. Faction credits were never an issue. They stopped being an issue for me somewhere in G5. Destiny token, Spring Officer choice. Yeah, I'm going to cover that in a second. Okay, these are locked for some reason, so let's forget about that. Oh man, all the pools are jacked right now. There's an hour and 10 minutes for the rest? What the hell is going on? I guess I messed it up this morning. Okay, we'll be back. Did we finish the event? And then I'm going to cover the event store. Alestis on YouTube says, is there something similar to the Bajorn token system for mining G6? Not yet. The best system once you reach Op 65 is here. You have a super highway. This is a 1700 warp system. But when you unlock the super highway in Op 65 or R&D 65, then you can send a tiny ship with barely any warp range into it. So that's where I send most of my Selkies. Before I was able to reach this one, I went to Corfit, which is where the Hazard 1 system that I used to complete those daily events. And the mining rate here is pretty fast. But the only caveat is that you need to make sure that you have at least 100% hazard resistance for this to be worth it. Otherwise, they'll just blow up and you'll have to keep sending them. So once you reach 100%, go here. When you reach Op 65, go here for gas and crystal. And for ore, I usually relocate here. You need like an NX01 or something with over 1400 warp range. Get there, relocate, and then I spread my 6 Selkies there. That's usually how I do it. Okay, let's see if we finished that Kill the Federation event. We did. Okay, so let's die in hazard space. And yeah, let's look at those events. I wanted to cover that, the event stores. Okay, so we have 2 of them. We have the Destiny tokens, we have the Spring Officer choice. Let's look at the Destiny tokens first. I did not get the daily claim. God damn it. Oh no. Okay, well at least I got it now. Okay. Destined Encounter. Okay, so we have the Destined Encounter and the Spring Officer choice. So, for the most part here, I'm going all in on Premium Mirror Dust. All in. Wait, let me answer your question. Alestis, what about the silent systems? Are they any good? They are. The only problem with that is the Selkie's max cargo is about 1 million, no more than 1 million. So yeah, you could use it there, but it's more of a liability, and you can get 1 million at the most. So yeah, you could send it there. I know some people that send it there. But I like the that other system, the 1700 warp system that I get to. That's better. So I actually went there before I reached Op 65. So many players on our server just went G6. Mining systems plus ROE. Yeah. I know. And the trolls are starting to invade sacred G6 space now. And I've been dealing with it too. But because I reach E6 faster than most, then I built a good amount of raw material. So now I can afford dealing with some trolls. It doesn't really slow me down as much. So let me finish this and then I'll go back to the chat. I'm going 100%. Boss man, thank you for following, man. Thank you and welcome in. Premium Mirror Dust, I'm going to claim all the 25 if I can afford them. Probably going to allocate a little bit to Syndicate XP to hit milestone 3 in the Syndicate event we have right now. And I'm skipping all the rest. These, I don't need them anymore. This is a decent PvE crew, but it's getting outdated at this point. We have so many better ones that came out. I'm not dealing with this. Galactic Recruit tokens, no. It's too expensive. Yeah, no, I'm going Premium Mirror Dust, a little bit of Syndicate XP, and if I have anything left, maybe Galactic Recruit tokens. That's my plan for this store. Bossman says, first time I've caught your stream. I found your interview interesting with Rev a while back. What's your secret with Lat? You just hoarding it? I'm struggling with Lat speedups in G6. Glad you asked that. So my secret. The paradigm is protect your Latinum whenever you can. Protect it. So the thing that will eat it up the most in G6 is Sigma speedups. So farm as many Sigma speedups as you can in any way you can. We have a few chests that we can claim. We have the one from the Terran store. We have the one from the DTI store. Also, if you go to the Mirror Universe and you go for high level surveys, those have a chance to drop the 15-hour ones. 15 hours equivalent to 1 million Latinum. And then at my level, the events are paying a decent amount of Latinum now. I get 80,000 Latinum from each of the 12-hour events, so that's 160,000 a day. Plus some extra from other sources. And when I do claim the treasury, that's about 30 million more. We just had that event that we were redeeming something that was 10 million more. So I'm collecting it and I barely spend it. Maxenheimer, it's not the trolls, it's the little amount of mining nodes. Yes, but most people don't know the trick. Well, maybe now more people will know it because I'm showing it to everybody, but most people don't relocate here. I think we have maybe 5 or 6 players on the server that are doing what I'm doing. And we don't touch each other. And if somebody is like, let's say somebody with 8 docks is throwing all their 8 miners, I will ask them, hey, can you clear like 2 or 3 for me? And we're usually good with that. Maxenheimer was going to spend on eData, but you convinced me. Outdated. It is. eData still has value, but if you use him as a sidecard, you can use, I don't know, you can use so many other ones now. And I have a feeling we have a really good PvE officer coming out this arc. At least that's wishful thinking, because I'm probably going to spend 100 million worth of auction points with all the upgrade to Op 67. I want it to be a good one. Free the Nuke says what? What? I don't know what you mean. Boss man, fair enough. I need more self-control, basically. Yeah, we all do. Even I do. Maxenheimer, at least we have this issue on our server at the moment. Yeah. That's, it's an issue, but again, just communicate with people. If some people are hoarding these on a regular basis, I mean, I only really relocate here. I used to relocate to the other ones, to Gas and Crystal, overnight. But now, because I have access to that system, I can't even pronounce it, Memoriam? Yeah, Memoriam. So I mine my Crystal and Gas over here, which is even a faster mining rate than the ones in the 1400. Bossman and E-officers are sourced in lots of places now. It's true. So I'm looking at, hey, what gives me the most value? Usually officers don't. Because I get officer shards, the most I can get is tier it up. Is the officer tier up valuable, more valuable than Premium Mirror Dust? Absolutely not. I would make an argument in my case, they're more valuable than Syndicate XP. Because I'm about to max that tree. I'm almost 53 now. So maybe I'll make an exception there, but Yeah, those officers, no thank you. If it was maybe one of the new officers and I'm close to an unlock, reconsider my position. Max and I went all in on S31 GG, expecting more Apex Barriers hostiles. Oh, you mean in the other store that I didn't cover yet? This one, the Spring Officer? No. Where did you get her? S31 GG. Oh, you mean in the auction? Yes, in the auction. I went all in too. I happened to go all in because I had it. I had the need to spend. Free the nukes. There is no reason to hoard lat. Use it to do everything you need to ops up. When you hit 68 to 70, you will see hoarding lat made no difference. I agree, free the nukes. I agree. I guess I should have clarified. I will sacrifice everything, anything and everything to ops up. I'll sacrifice whatever I need. I'll cash in on stuff. I'll spend lat. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm saying any other opportunity, I will try to defend it. So getting Sigma speedups is helping me protect it. And I have a feeling that I'll probably going to need to utilize this to go from 67 to 69 or 70. So Latinum has no expiration date. It's a wild card. I can use it for anything I need. So if I have ways to avoid spending it, I will do those. Mirror is always the go-to. Absolutely. And that's... I do arenas because it's fun. Well, I try to make it fun. And I also do arenas for the Premium Mirror Dust. Which reminds me, I upgraded myself. I moved up to Platinum 2. So I'm going to claim this, you know, try to bring it to the morning hour. So tomorrow it's going to be 2 hours earlier and whatever. I'll be doing that. Yeah, last month, Giorgio, I did the same thing because that's when I moved up to 66. Yeah, from 65 to 66. I spent a lot. Robert Anthony on YouTube says, as a free-to-play 56, I spent lat solely on speed-ups for research. I also take every opportunity to min-max any and all sources of lat. Yes, that's what I'm saying, is still spend it on progression. I mean, the whole point for me is progression. I will spend it. I'm not going to cheap out on and rot in a certain ops level because I'm trying to save on lat. That doesn't make sense. But any opportunity that I have to protect it, I absolutely will. Let's look at the events real quick, and then I'll cover the next door. Okay, away teams we have in about an hour and a half. Syndicate, not... This is going to be fine. Mirror upgrades, I don't really care. I don't have any mirror upgrades to run. But maybe I'll run some if I have a little bit, like when this expires. Here, for example, I'm not going to speed this one up. I'm going to let this slow cook. Like, why waste my Sigma speed-ups unless I absolutely have to? Alessa says, JB, sorry to bug you, but I noticed you skipped the premium Sigma station module efficiency in the mirror tree. I think I know which one you're talking about. This one? We're talking about saving regular resources. I will skip it. Well, okay, so I just unlocked, I just maxed this one. So now I'm thinking, what do I want to dedicate my premium dust for? I'm probably going to stay on the bottom row a little more. Go for some shield health, for ship material efficiency, ship part efficiency. Maybe damage to hostiles. I don't really have a resource problem yet. If I do, then I'll start investing in this. Free the nukes. I agree, people need to get used to being in mirror space farming Sigma speedups in their spare time. Yes, and it also helps you farm faction credits, reputation, all that stuff. Just so many good things. Because if you choose to wait, high 60 research and building is going to be a rude awakening. I agree with you 100%, Free the nukes. Yeah, MU is a must. Is a must. That should be like your daily task. Like, add a mental daily goal is to go to the mirror universe and make sure that you don't max those tokens to get in, the entry tokens. Maxenheimer, Sorry if it's being asked before. How much do you grind in MU for speed ups? As much as I can. As much as I possibly can. In fact, let's go there now and farm a little bit more. MU surveys. Free the Nuke says, also pull the DTI speed ups. I always do. Always do. Both of them. So the speed ups. Here, let me show you that. If it loads. Oh no, game crashes. Game crashes. Do I need to reboot the game? Probably. No, I don't. Dr. Iron Chef, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the cheer. Welcome in. Welcome back. Yeah, the speed up. So, okay, the Terran one is really important. Actually, max pull this one, because this one is solely building Sigma speed ups. In the DTI store, it's a chance. It's a toss-up of repair and regular. So I still claim these. No question. But the Terran is where you really, really, really want to go for this. Like, yeah, I max claim now. Like, and I saw some mornings, I think I shared a screenshot one time. I had like a 3-day and a 1-day. I'm like, oh my god, it's heaven. It's raining speed ups. Robert Anthony, Scopely has been fairly generous lately with sources of lat. The Boldly Go event, the Whoopsie chests. Oh yeah, I know those. And the ship parts turn-ins. Those have been godsend for lat. I agree. I agree. Yeah, they're showering me with lat, and that's why I'm taking it, and I'm trying to spend the least amount of possible. Barkman, thank you for the cheer. Boss man, you're so disciplined. I've clicked everything in that tree once. I examine every research node, and I ask, is this helping me with my main objective, pushing ops? If the answer is no, ignore. Aloha, Dr. Iron Chef. And, yeah, mini cheer. I'll take any cheer, man. You guys are great. You guys are really... I mean, our community is just so supportive. It's amazing. Free the Nukes. Yeah, 4 days. That's 1.5 million day. It adds up. That's right. So that's the thing. All these millions of lat you get from the speed ups claims and from the speed up farming, which we're going to be doing right now. Are you going to send the... Archer to the MU again? I better not. I better not. That was so sad. Oh, by the way, I don't buff it anymore with the Cerritos. I decided to stop. Because more features are coming out that... Like, for example, I'm about to upgrade to the next Solomata, G6 Solomata level. So I'm going to need to buff myself for this. Also, now I'm pushing Krenim 64. I need to buff myself for that. So I'm saving it for the things that really matter. So I decided to kill a little bit less in the MU and not buff myself. Are you streaming on multiple platforms? I do, Robert. On Twitch and YouTube. I started, this is the second multi-stream. And it's been going pretty well. I actually, Twitch was, so when I was only streaming on Twitch, quality was to my satisfaction. And then when I reviewed my streaming after multi-streaming, I think YouTube was a little bit less quality. So I increased the bitrate, and it seems like we're stable. I've been checking it periodically. It seems like we're stable. So my bandwidth can support it. Whoa. What the hell's going on? Whoa! Oh! Maxenheimer! There, we have a hype train now. Yeah, Maxenheimer, thank you so much. Holy crap, you guys are so generous. Yeah, we have a hype train. I'll take it. I'll take a hype train. Stats. I think I need to enable that command, Barkman. Let me look where I can do that. Wait, what's going on there? Okay, let me go to my dashboard and stream elements and see if I can do... Max and Hybrid subscribe. Thank you for the subscription, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay, what's with the stats thing? Let's go chatbot, chat commands. Wait, What? The gripper from STFC. Thank you for the cheer. 200 bits. Whoa, guys. Thank you. What's the stat thing? No. No. Wait. I can't do it all at once. Yeah, I don't know what the stat thing. Barkman, send me a message on Discord and tell me what it is, and I'll enable it for next stream. I promise. Norwich is following. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. What's your Twitch channel? I will link it to the chat. Wait. I just linked it. $140 out of 140, Kala? What are we talking about? I need to catch up on the chat. Barkman says stat command can show stream streak, time viewed, and so forth. Not a big issue. Yeah, I will enable it. I'm working on improving every time a little bit. So if I know, like, if there are some commands that people are used to using and they're beneficial, if you can just tell me what they are, I'm going to enable them. Your subscription goal. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think it updates every time I reach a goal. Then it's like raising it by like 10 or 20. You got the link, Bob. Thank you. And Bob is following. Thanks and welcome into Twitch. You're going both YouTube and Twitch. Oh, here, I think Barkman, the stream elements is, followage. Okay, so some commands are working. All right, squirrel brain. Let's kill some surveys right now. Okay, we're gonna go, hello JB. Norwood says, hello JB from a fellow server 35 player. What is your name on server 35? This doesn't ring a bell. Are we enemies? Are we friends? What are we? Say your name and we'll find out. Norwich, you're in Sint. Yeah, we are friends. We are indeed friends. Oh yeah, also because I don't buff myself with the Cerritos now, that I don't feel that rush that, to be as efficient with queuing the hostiles, because I will run out of hull before we end the timer. It will take me like half the timer. So yeah, I kill about between 45 to 50 and just hope that the RNG gods like me and I get like, 1 to 3 15 hours. That's a good loot from a run. Not to mention all the faction reputation. Yeah, at this rate, I'm going to hit idolized in less than a month. Glad you are doing content. Having a big free-to-play player's perspective is cool. I'm glad, man, and that's really the goal, because I think a lot of people fell into the mindset, not that it's their fault, it just became the mindset of, to be G6, to really succeed and progress in G6, you must spend or it's just not going to happen. And here, you don't have to spend. You don't need multiple queues. You don't need extra docks. You don't need all of that. You don't need primes. It's nice to have. It will help you compete with your peers. But you can absolutely progress without. And anything I can do to help all the community, free to play and spenders, so they can, retain some of their money and spend it in real life instead of the game, I'm glad I can do that. Do the 70s drop better speed ups? That's the best rating, the best drop rate you can have for 15 hours. And they also give the most reputation. It's 1 million before all the bonuses. So I get a good amount from each kill. So the best chests, the most reputation. Yeah, absolutely go for them. I killed 68s for a while, and recently I moved to 70 when I discovered this this crew. 70s are better than 68s in all aspects. You can kill more 68s per haul, but you're going to spend more time. So how much time do you want to spend in the game? Here, I mean, if I kill 50 per haul, that's a reasonable amount. That's not too much. That's not too little. Norwich was my first D&D character back in 1978. Wow. Yeah, when did I start playing D&D? I was like 7 years old. I think it was in the late 80s or mid to late 80s is when I played. I just get my age, I know that. I'm super excited they added the new Prime particle to the Alliance tournament. Looking forward to Station Delay Prime. Yeah, and I think I covered it when they released it. If you're a G4, G5 player, you want to go for that the Armada chest, especially if you're struggling with that ACC. And after that, everything after that, go for Disco. Because if you're G4, G5 player, you don't even need the Disco additional warp yet, because you're not at that level that it's actually a necessity. Maxenheimer, I was told 68 drop speed ups at the same chance than the 70s. Just the rep difference. Don't know if that's true. I don't know, but again, I mean, I can kill 30 minutes worth of 68s, but I don't want to spend that much time killing hostiles. So I'm just going for 70s and call it a day. You guys are old. You've got prime millennial research. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the demographics here is like, what, mid-30s to mid-50s, right? I've actually been using the Eviscerator a lot to get around. It's probably high-tiered. Mine is not as impressive. Let's see, where's mine at? Tier 11. Warp is 677. I'm not even remotely there. Maybe for lower levels it's helpful, but for me it's just gonna sit here for a while. Yeah, there's time. Hey, you game listed is not correct. Broken Wolf, what are we talking about? Maxenheimer, I'd be interested if the Armada Prime is worth it when it comes to sourcing additional directives from Armada chests. It will source additional directives, but the question is, when you're at G6, the need for group Armadas is almost non-existent. I still claim them, but it's not important. G6 Armadas is where it's at. Broken Wolf, it says you're playing Star Trek Starfleet Command? Let me take a look. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm glad you pointed it out. I just fixed it. It's fixed. Thank you. T8 Warp 558 without Warp Crew. As mid-level G5, if that's all you need. Yep, that will work. And thanks, Broken Wolf. I appreciate that. That's CDB2U says, hey, buddy, do you know that you showing Star Trek Starfleet? Yeah, I just fixed it. Thanks for pointing it out. It's fixed. It's the multi-stream thing. You know, it's a little different than just Twitch alone. But I'm glad you guys pointed it out. Yeah, very nice catch. Barkman, I'm late 30s, so I qualify. Yeah. I'm in my 40s. Just saying. Maxenheimer, I'd be interested if the... Oh, yeah, I read that already. Nevi Never 1 says, oldest player in my alliance was 76. He got bored and quit. Yeah, we have I don't know his age, but one of the guys in my alliance, he's older and he actually had like a health issue and we were concerned. So, you know, we actually know some people on our server that just passed away, you know, either unexpectedly or, you know, just health issues or whatever. So we did like a memorial or something. I mean, yeah, well, I don't see people in their 20s in this game. CDB mentioned, and I saw you in my list as well. Yeah. No, yeah, a good catch, guys. Maxenheimer, if you've been playing this game for years, the chance of having lost a memorable alliance mate is there. Yeah. I think there was one of the other alliances here, they lost their founder. Here, I'll show you. So, ICE was named Raze before, R-A-Z-E. And ICE was the founder. And he, I think, unexpectedly passed away in his 50s or something, late 50s or early 60s, something like that. And they renamed it as the name of the founder. And I think one of his family members notified them. So, like, it's pretty sad if you think of it. Like, you know, some of us are going to lose people. Yeah, Iceman. Oh, yeah, and actually today, Val Kilmer, the actual Iceman, passed away. Damn, I loved him in these movies. In so many movies. Bob, you're in your late 20s. Been playing 4 or 5 years now. So, wow, you joined mid-20s. I think you're like a rarity. You're like a unicorn. T-Red, plenty of older people around me, but also I have at least one late teens and early 20s in my alliance. I think, yeah, in my alliance, we had somebody named Zach. He quit. And he was like a college student, so I think he was in his 20s too. Yeah. OG Iceman, I know. He was young too. I think 60s. I don't know, I consider 60s young to, you know, for the journey to end at 60s. Barkman, if your admiral dies, you're obligated to change your alliance name to the Headless Horseman. Dude, they're 65. Yeah, I was 65. Free the nukes. What about Willow? What about Willow? What are we talking about? I was raised on Trek. One of my first memories in is Search for Spock. Yeah, I was around when Trek was on TV, but I didn't really watch it. I watched other things. Val Kilmer was Mad Mardigan in Willow. Yeah, he was. The movie Heat with De Niro and Pacino and Val Kilmer was one of my favorite ones when it came out. I remember him from that. Obviously, the first Top Gun. Yeah, Heat was great. That scene of, like, the coffee shop scene, man, it was so deep. It was so, like, a great movie. Yeah, Heat was just so freaking good. Saint is my favorite Val Kilmer movie. I haven't seen Tombstone, though. I haven't seen Tombstone. I think he was Batman too. I think Batman 4, the original one, the Tim Burton series. The coffee shop scene was scripted. Wasn't scripted? No way, Maxon. You gotta be kidding me. It was so well done. I was sure it was well written. The whole thing was improvised? Damn, that's epic. And okay, Free the Nukes. We got a list here. Yeah, the Top Secret, Real Genius, Top Gun, Willow, The Doors, Batman Forever. That's right. Heat, Tombstone. Let's not think about Batman. Hey, I'm just saying he played that role. He's a good actor. I mean, it's not his fault that they created crap. Seriously, they wanted it to be real. Well, it was damn real. I mean, I bought it. Tombstone is a must. Okay, I think I mean, there's so many movies that I need to watch to properly give him, you know, the proper memory that he deserves. You can read up on it. I will. Never Never, he played Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and it's a great performance. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I even liked his cameo in Top Gun Maverick. So I heard that actually Tom Cruise refused to even make the movie if he's not gonna at least show there. And he already lost his voice, so his son actually dubbed his voice. So he did the lips. You know, Val Kilmer obviously was in the movie, but then in a recording studio, his son actually did the voice for those few lines that he says there. Batman was bad. It was. Batman 4 was bad. At least he didn't have the nipple suit. Yeah. Ron Roberts says on Twitch, I'm sorry, on YouTube, Tombstone, Real Genius, and Top Gun is my favorite movies of his. Okay, looks like Tombstone is top priority on my list now. Yeah. I'll watch it this weekend. Okay, so we actually did really well here. 56 chests. I think I got more because I unlocked the 2 fleet commanders. And I went to Janeway and she has like additional hull health and whatever. So I think that gave me a few more kills than what I'm used to. I think I'll kill 168 and then we're out of here. Yeah, 57 chests. Now let's see if RNG likes us or hates us. Best line from Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry. Okay, I need to watch it. I don't know that one. Only 215 hours. Oh, and I had some chests from some other stuff, so it wasn't really 57. But still, good run. So yeah, go to the MU as much as you can. Like, my goal is to not max on it so I lose the daily pools. I'm your Huckleberry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what? We actually... Let's... Why wouldn't we watch a 3-minute scene for Val Kilmer? I hope you guys can hear it. Can you hear it?
Well. I didn't think you had it in you. I'm your Huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo. Looks like somebody just walked over your grave. With you, Holiday. I'll beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
Okay.
I wasn't.
How about that?
And this time, it's legal.
All right, Lunger. Let's do it.
Yeah, you got it. Man, he was so young here.
Say when.
Gunny. Come on! You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all.
Poor soul. He was just too high strung.
Oh, Bert Carson. Great cast.
I'm afraid the strain was more than he could bear.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. For sure. Doc Holliday died from tuberculosis, so even playing sick, he did a good job. Wait, he played it sick? No, but back then, I don't think he had that condition that he had later down the line. Ron Roberts, I'm only level 55 and struggling. Sadly, can't buy packs very often. Is there a good way to progress quicker? I want to get to 56 for the Crozier. Well, everything I communicate is how to progress quick. Let's be more specific. Like where are you stuck right now? I don't expect you to buy packs, but what is your biggest barrier right now? Is it ACC cores? Yeah, give me a little bit more specific. I can help you. Wait a second. Sear says, no, the character had TB. Okay. Got it. Now I get it. Not in real life. I mean, in the movie, he is pale, sweating, and coughing, make you believe he has the sickness. Yeah, I could totally tell that he's going through something. Yeah, I need to watch the movie. I mean, I had no context. I just watched this scene, like, you know, no knowledge of the movie whatsoever. Ron Roberts on YouTube says, parts for upgrading ships, ACC cores, pretty much all the important stuff, sadly. Okay, parts for upgrading ships. Realistically, you should be able to do just fine with the tier 4 or tier 5 ships. Whatever your latest rarity ship, if you get it to tier 4 or tier 5, it should be able to take care of all of your PvE needs. I never had an issue with that as a free-to-play. As far as ACC cores, we did cover it. Your number one priority should be max pulling all of the Alliance chests, all of this, all the G5 and all the G4, to max pull as many ACC cores, rare ACC cores as you can. And if you have access to that new Prime that we got for G4, G5 players for an additional chest here, go for that one first. Tombstone is fantastic. Sounds like it. I mean, so many guys have recommended here. Yeah, I'm going to watch it this weekend. Ron Roberts, I need a smart way to advance. I tend to spread everything out instead of focusing in one area. I have the Corvus. Okay, the Corvus should be fine. Corvus, don't get it too high up, because then you're burning materials on ships rather than your buildings. And this is the main thing, is choose what you want to focus on. If ops progression is important, then, you know, don't spend materials on ships as much. Also research. Don't spend all of those materials that should be going to your buildings to research, as they don't really have real value to you. Go Blue on YouTube says, my tier 5 Sanctus takes care of everything at 57. It's at 628 million. Yeah, tier 5 Sanctus, I had that. I had tier 4 Sanctus, I believe. Corvus was also like tier 4. Usually tier 4.5 is the most I got them. I'm trying to see where my Corvus is. I don't think I upgraded it that much. It's still tier 4. I'm still holding it there. I think I upgraded a few modules now in G6 for the event, because I needed to spend something on the ship for the 12-hour ship event. But yeah, it was tier 4 with maybe a couple of modules. That's it. That's what it was back in the day. And then the Sanctus now, I upgraded it really high. Because that's the one I upgrade during those events. I think it's tier 11. Yeah, I'm basically about to max it. I'm just going for one module every event. And I'll be maxing it. So when we can scrap G5 ships, this is going to be one of the first ones to go. Ron Roberts, I've been working a lot on my mirror research. Yes. And the mirror research area that I would like you to focus on if you want to progress in ops is the bottom row. Aim to max this. So I did whatever I had to do prereq wise to get this one to tier 10. And now that it's tier 10, now I'm going to start playing around with other ones. That depends on my needs. I haven't really fully decided what I'm going to focus on, but it's probably going to be the bottom row. My Corvus is tier 6, 253 million power. Needs more research. Yeah, don't tier up the Corvus anymore. Just keep it there. Keep it there. Go for some research. I mean, we also have, you guys have buildings that I didn't have when I was going through what you're going through. The DTI building, I mean, that gives you so much ISO damage. You get so much more ISO damage now. So your ship should perform way better on the hostiles. X-Duder, guessing that scrapping of G5 ships will start at Op 66. No, it's still not available to anybody. But they're saying they made the announcement, like they had an interview, they were talking about the map or whatever. Johnny, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. They made the announcement that... Okay, let me go into all of them, so I'll show you. Let's go strength. That later this year, they will allow them. So you see, like, all the... Where are the G5 ships? Anyway, it's not showing them right now. I don't know what's going on. But they're not scrappable. Free the Nuke. So, tuberculosis has been known by various names through history, including consumptions. I'm probably going to butcher some of these words. Phthisis, the White Plagues, Scorfula, Cartier disease, and so on and so on. I can't pronounce half of these. Yeah. I'm not... My medical knowledge is limited when it comes to this. Go Blue says on YouTube, going to Op 60 this weekend, how long did it take you to max the ND? So when I went to 60, it was tier 4, maybe tier 5. And I didn't really start the jellyfish scrapping engine yet at that time. So I was struggling a little bit. I had to buff it a lot. I had to relocate to places. But then once I scrapped my Enterprise A, then I was able to dedicate a lot of resources to it and start tearing it up. So I don't know where you are when it comes to the Jellyfish Enterprise A to Enterprise D loop. But even if your Enterprise D is not maxed yet, you should be okay. Because again, you have some ISO damage bonuses that I didn't have when I moved in. So you should be fine. But focus on the Jellyfish engine as soon as you can, so then you can get it to tier 12 easily. Free the Nukes, just a fact, and world difference. Yeah. Maxenheimer, I went with 3 Max G4 Epics in January to 60 now. I have a lot to catch up on, but at the same time, 61 can be built. Yeah, build 61. If your ships can handle all your daily tasks, push 61. I have yet to reach a point in this game that I got myself stuck. And I'm more limited than more players with my free-to-play fixation. So don't be afraid. I mean, if you can handle all your day-to-day tasks today, push 61. Free the Nukes, no need to read. Okay. Maxenheimer from 50 to 60. Oh, yeah, you did it from... How long did it take you to get from 50 to 60? Ron Roberts, how is your level jelly over 80 million power? Oh, just probably because of all the research that I have. You know, you get a lot of research unlocked when you're G6, so that, you know, all the bonuses are adding up. So they're higher now in power, but I mean, they're still the same ship it was before. Just all the researchers are helping it to move up in power. Go Blue, scrapping Ent A be done in 3 days. Oh, great. Bottleneck is Tritanium. Yeah, Tritanium is going to be a bottleneck for a while. Well, I don't know. I mean, I know raiding sucks, but we have incursions coming up in a couple of days. Raid some people for Trite. You know, if you find somebody that is loaded with it, that can take care of your needs right there. T-Red. I feel like I'm missing messages unless they're on YouTube. Yes, we have some people on YouTube. We have Ron Roberts on YouTube and Go Blue. I have like a multi-chat so I can see both of them. So Go Blue is on YouTube and Ron Roberts is on YouTube. Maxenheimer, 54 days. Scrapping the G4 alone along the way. 54 days to get from 50 to 60? That's really fast. For the nukes, the game will always slow you down to prevent you from getting stuck. One thing Scopely does well. I don't know. I mean, Scopely is throwing a lot of barriers our way, but they didn't stop me yet. Whatever system they created, whatever paywall they created, they can't stop me. So, safe to assume that you can't get stuck in the game. Because again, my ships are normally weaker compared to all my peers, and I can push forward. So I think it's a matter of what you focus on, more than the actual paywall. Go Blue, you hate raiding on YouTube. Yeah, I know, I hate raiding too. Raiding sucks. Max and Homer, yeah, skipped all the ships and went to G5 Epic straight ahead. G5 Epic, that's the way to go. That's the most powerful ship ever. I mean, it's still my main ship at Op 66. I'm building the Velox in a week, but it still serves me very well. It's an amazing ship. Exeter says Borg Cube being tier 13 plus one ship component would be the only way to get stuck in the G5 economy. Borg Cube is not a factor. It's good to have. I guess when I was fresh G5, like when I just built the G5 ship and got it to tier 8, then my cube was about the same power as my Enterprise D, so I used it a little more. But now I'm way past it. Like it's just fell behind. Oh, Sigma repair cost. It doesn't cost that much to repair. Yeah, let's kill it somewhere. Oh, you know what I need to do? I think I have a few hazard. I need to kill a few hazard hostiles for the daily. So let me go there. And then I'll blow up the cube somewhere. Wait, it's here. Okay, let's fly here. And let's send this one to the hazard to die. We'll jump there so we can do it faster. Ron says on YouTube, can't believe we have to upgrade all the outside turrets and docks to be able to rank up ops. Yeah, some levels, that's what you have to do. Here. Some levels, you need to upgrade all the outside. And for some ops levels, you need to upgrade all the generators and the vaults, and that's what I had to do to get to 66. I did it on I did it live. That was my first stream, and man, it took forever. I had to do like 2 or 3 levels of each. It took me a long time. I think I was like 4 hour. My first stream was 4 hours. Barkman says I took my Crozier to tier 6 so I could catch my cube up 4 tiers. No regrets. Yeah, tier 6, from tier 4 to tier 6, sure. But when you're in G6 land, you need to get them to tier 9. That's, I said last stream, that's like progression suicide. I'm not doing it. X-Duder, you can't repair the cube in the 5-star economy, though, with Sigma. You can't. Unless you have the Revenant and your claims for the Revenant, I think they're going to yield you with some Sigma. So if your Revenant is advanced enough, that's a loophole that you can get Sigma. Free the Nukes gives an example. For example, 39 used to have the Epic Ascension slowdown. That's right. I remember that. 44 has Armada Control Center slowdown. 50s have the Uncommon Material slowdown. 60s have the Hazard slowdown, to name a few. You're right. You're right. They do have some mechanics that are meant to slow you down, but they're not a barrier. And Hazard is not really a slowdown so much. My main slowdown in G6 has been Sigma speedups, materials, like the usual suspects. Hazard is just an annoyance. Maxenheimer, if I were to farm the MU 40 days, non-stop, no sleep, no hostile limit, I could average out the speedups. I need to get, I need to get from 60 to top 70. Yeah, just farm what you can. Farm what you can. Again, like, we don't want to burn ourselves out in this game or in anything that we take on in life. We don't want to burn ourselves out. Like, yeah, you can push, but then we're not going to sprint our way to 70. Slow, steady pace will win the race. I'm a long-distance runner. That's the same thing I used when I ran the marathon. Like, find a good competitive pace, but don't burn out. Just play it smart. Play it smart. Let those overzealous people go crazy, and you're just going to pass them on mile 20, 21, 22. Free the Nukes. Oh, and 70 have the Sigma speed up slowdown. Yeah. Biggest slowdown. Although now it kind of balances out for me at my ops level. It looks like materials are back to be the main bottleneck. Ron says, guess it's because I'm going to 56, better ships, more work to get there. Yeah, usually even 66 was a big milestone. Like, to really get to that shipyard 56 or 66 or 46, you need to work hard because you get that rare ship that is a game changer. What is the Revenant good for? I thought about buying it soon. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. Okay, my Enterprise D is going to die soon. I'll finish killing a few things here. And then I'll show you what the Revenant is good for. The Camping Duck on YouTube says, Sigma speedups for sure. I only need G6 rare ore to reach 66 from 64. But I just don't have the Sigma speedups, and I refuse to buy Lat just for that use. It was okay pre-60, but not now. I hear you 100%, and that's why try to get them in any way you can. Claim those chests in the Terran store and the DTI store and collect them from there. Go to the MU space and farm some surveys, the highest survey, the level survey you can get. And that will help you. It will help balance it out. And also slow cook them. I mean, slow cook. I'm not slow cooking G6 buildings right now because I'm trying to conserve on materials because that's my main bottleneck. But before that, I was actually cooking one all the time. So it will slow cook so I can, like, over the course of a month, I gain 30 days worth of Sigma speedups just by letting the time pass. So that's another way you can just throw a couple of buildings that are prereqs for you. Yeah, Maxenheimer, I love the Revenant too. Let's target the 67 so we can finish this faster. Ron Robertson, YouTube says, my cube is level locked now. Need to tier 6 or 7 Crozier. Can't even build it yet. I'm stuck. What I did is I just pushed to the G5 Epic, got it to tier 4, and that upgrades your cube retroactively. Like, let's think about it realistically. Why do you really need the cube? It's nice to have. It's a great second ship. But why do you need it? If you have your strongest ship now, the strongest faction ship, solo waves is the only thing I can think of. Maxenheimer, kind of jealous because you're 61 plus and can do the enhanced warp range research for the Rev. Yeah. The Revenant is great. I'm going to show you why I love it. And mine is like tier 4. I didn't even scrap it yet for the first time. Sue says, any tips on progress from Ops 44 into G5? Is ignoring G4 faction ship still a way to go? If you don't have a faction credit issue, if your faction credit income is stable and you have abundance of it like I do, build every rarity ship. Like choose a rarity ship of one faction and build it. But if you're short, then we can start looking into potentially skipping one. The Camping Duck says, I think you did really good hitting 66 and all the dailies doable considering you had to be picky with ship tier and research. Thank you. I don't understand the fuss over the cube either. It's not the end all be all. It's not. I think people just really want to have it. Again, it's like what's needed and what's wanted. What is actually needed for ops progression, it's very minimal. Don't get me wrong, I want to have a max cube. I want to have like 150 billion cube like I'm seeing the level 70s throwing in arenas. It's just sick. But I'm not in a rush and I'm not going to go and take a G6 uncommon ship or G6 rare ship, push it to tier 9, kill myself progression-wise just for a stupid cube to get it earlier. It just doesn't make sense to me. Nothing wrong if people want to do that, but they need to understand that the price is high. Is really high. Cube is cheapest to repair, so efficient for repair costs. No, it could be cheap to repair, but does it look like I have a titanium problem? No, I don't. And besides, I still use the Enterprise D mostly, so I use vanilla titanium. I use regular. Ron Roberts says, don't think I even have a tier 5 epic ship. The Corvus is my best ship. Corvus is good. But, you know, build the rare when you get to it, and then move to the epic. Like, build one rarity ship as you move along. That will really help you, and you don't need to tier it up fast. But the fact that you just built it, that's going to bring you the strength you need to deal with your daily tasks, the PvE tasks. Maxenheimer, I'm 60 and could do more with a rev if only the warp range wasn't limited or my eviscerator tiered higher. Yeah, the warp range is the issue. And it will take time with that one. So, okay, let me put the Revenant here and catch up on the chat, then I'll show you what I wanted to show you. Free the Nuke says, Cube is good base cracker. And Krem 2 solos. I agree, it is good for Krem. FKR 3 solos, yes. I don't send it to mine. For me, I send the tier 1 Minerva and the tier 12 Enterprise D, by the way. If you only have 1 or 2 good faction ships. If you build one of each rarity ship, you should be okay with Solomadas. But again, it's going to be beneficial. If you have a cube, a tiered up cube, it's going to be, you're going to benefit from it. There's no question there. Also, it can warp like a disco. Yes, it is. That fast warp is pretty good. The Camping Duck, my ND does me fine at 64. Yeah, and it still does me fine at 66. And yeah, free the nukes. It is a time saver. There are a lot of benefits, and the beam is great, especially when you have it like dealing crazy amount of damage. But there's a cost. Let's remember the cost. If they are not in a rush, Trek. Hey Breaker, how you doing? The thing is, the cube doesn't start getting good until tier 6 rare, tier 15. Until then, it underperforms compared to the faction ships, which is my point. For the nukes, also cube can be useful for formation armadas if you're carrying your alliance. Absolutely. Again, I'm not saying the cube is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying to really get it up to par to your ops level performance, you need to pay in progression or in money. T-Red, I plan on going Pylem plus Coronar. Since I get credits for both of them at the same time, but I see many G4 epics on my server lately. Yeah, those two are great. I did fine with just one Pylem. Just make sure if you do go for two of them, that it's not gonna prevent you from getting the epic ship whenever you get to the epic ship. So if you have the spare credits and you don't need additional miners and it's not gonna stop you from getting the epic ship, why not throw a second rare there? Absolutely. Maxenheimer, you probably didn't notice it, but sub 61 plus are missing 180 warp on the rev. Yeah, I didn't notice it. But the Revenant, and mine is just a tier 4. Yeah, it's a tier 4 Revenant, unscrapped. And the refinery. Now, I'm not getting that much yet, but I'm getting some G6 materials from this every day. So right now I'm claiming just ore and gas, because crystal, you know, we're getting double, so it's not a big deal. And Sigma speed ups and whatnot. This is just great. More materials from here. Yeah, the Revenant is an awesome ship for G6. This is really helping with progression. Like, I can see that people that actually purchased it, they're further ahead. T-Red, Solar Armadas aren't an issue with a Vindicator. If the Vindicator is high tiered enough that it can actually reach it. Mine can't. Mine is like tier 3 or something. Kala says, does the Revenant have to be max level for its tier before you scrap it? Not max tier. So the first tier, it needs to be tier 5, level 21 and above. So on the next tier, I'm going to scrap it, and I'm close. And then I believe the next one, to get to the rare, the next tier up, it will need to be tier 10, you know, and so on and so on. It's like the Stella, but different. Barkman, my tier 11 cube is 100 million power stronger than my tier 6 Crozier. Not great compared to the 1 billion G5 rares I see, but good enough to be my best ship. Yeah, tier 11 cube, 100 million, it's, you know, at that level, it's great. It's a great secondary ship, right? I mean, you go to a solo wave, it's going to really help you. Or even a group wave, that can be the second ship there. Okay, so you see, I like, even to repair it, my cube, it needs like very little Sigma titanium. But I can see that if you're not in G6, then you're not going to have it. Unless you have the Revenant, and you can kind of bypass that. X-Duder, I've been running the Prime Orbit Medallion material for the Prime Cutting Beam damage boost for the cube. 100 away from getting to tier 3 free to play. Prime Orbit Medallion material. I don't remember what that is. X-Borg tree. Let's look. Oh, so it's one of the primes. Oh, yeah. You can get it. True. Yeah, you got it to tier 3 free to play. That's pretty nice. I'm saving my medallions for other things. I don't know yet what, but I'm keeping it for now. Free the nukes. Well, money, not really. But the primes for 300 shots and damage save. So much time. Highly recommended. 300 shots and damage save. Are we talking about the cube, nukes? T-Red, for example, I'm Ops 42. My Vindicator is carrying me through multiple level 50 Dominion Borg solos. Well, yeah, if you're 42, you can probably utilize the Vindicator right away. For me to send it to G6 Armada space, it needs to be way up there. 300 means you can beam 3 times. Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine is 200%. I just unlocked it from the tournament store. Look, the cube is a great ship. It can become my main ship when I reach Op 70 and I build my epic G6 ship. Get it to tier 4, probably tier 8 soon after. Cube is going to be my primary. There's no question. I can see it. And it is a time saver. You can jump everywhere. You can shoot beams. You don't even engage in battle, so you don't even take damage. It's great. Okay, so let's refocus on the events. I think I finished pretty much all the important ones. Cerritos, I don't care. Final Weapon Wednesday, I think I completed both already. Yes, I did. The damage the beam does is even better. Better time saver. It is. It is, and 3 beams when you're fully charged. It's also for PvP. You just walk in there, beam 3 ships, and you get the hell out before they even know what happened. And in arenas, it's so good. I mean, I lost some matches because somebody timed that beam right when I was about to score points on my Armada. It was beautifully done. Maxenheimer, what's more fun for you? Taking time and planning your journey toward a goal in the game, or actually reaching the goal? That's a very deep question. I mean, like, I enjoy the process. I mean, it's an MMO, and an MMO has no defined end. It doesn't have an end. So for me, the journey itself is the reward. And the way I walk the journey is the most fulfilling one for me. So for me to like, okay, I'm free to play. The store is banned. The door is shut. I gotta find creative solutions. How do I approach this? How do I solve the puzzle? How do I plan it as efficiently as I can? And what do I sacrifice? I actually enjoy that. Like, my brain is actually enjoying that whole process. Reaching it is very satisfying. It just means that I made the right moves to get there. But I don't ever feel like, oh, now I'm gonna reach a certain milestone and that will be the ultimate happiness for me. For me, planning is probably more rewarding than actually reaching it. They both complete the process, but I think planning. If I have to choose one, I think it's planning. Like, you know, to throw that, go to Spock's Club and start planning and start playing around with this and with the efficiencies and, you know, syncing my account and seeing, okay, how do I do all that? Maxenheimer, thanks for the cheer, man. Thank you so much. Nice answer, can relate. Yeah. That's what's fun for me. And that's why, look, nothing wrong with spending money, right? But I gave that example one time. It's like, if you're going to place an order on Amazon or some website for jigsaw puzzle, a 2,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle, do you want to have it built? Or do you want to actually build it with your family? Or by yourself, or whatever, whoever you like building jigsaw puzzles with? I'm going to get it unsolved. Or when I solve a Rubik's Cube, I don't want to look for an online tutorial on how to do that. Maybe some tips here and there, but I actually want to figure it out. So I approach this game the same way. It's like a pile of puzzles that I need to solve. Well, are my family assholes? Yeah, they could be. It's a way to bond, though. Maxenheimer, absolutely love that jigsaw puzzle analogy. I'm gonna steal it from you. Use it. So what people actually buy, they're buying shortcuts. They're buying, it's like, if you have 5,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle and they buy a few packs, they want to have 500 pieces segment of it being magically constructed. Sure, but understand what you're buying. Oh, actually, I had the discussion we had last time. I changed my mind. I actually am telling myself now to get max pull on the G6 because I'm bringing in a lot of them. Barkman, F Rubik and his cursed cube. Hey, I can show you on stream. I can solve a 3x3, a 4x4, and a 5x5 Rubik's Cube. So 3x3 is the classic. Doesn't take me too long, like less than 2 minutes. You can shuffle it for me. I'm not a speed cube solver, but I can solve it, you know, with the algorithms that I memorized, that I discovered for me. So 3x3 is easy. 4x4 is actually the most interesting cube, because the 4x4, you have some parity situations because it's an even number of layers. you have two unique situations to the 4x4 that don't exist on 3x3. And the 5x5 is kind of like a merge of the 3x3 and 4x4 without the parity stuff. But it, hey, Moon, thank you for following. But 5x5 is a lot of labor. Like it just takes forever and it's not as fulfilling. So I really like 4x4 and 3x3 are the ones that I go to. Okay, we're gonna finish with this refinery. T-Red says I can't do any. I just rely on a computer and my daughter thinks I'm magic. Yeah, you can use the computer. Nick, thank you for following and welcome in. Okay, we finished with the refinery. Oh, OPC. I'm seriously OPC right now. Okay, so let's get her off. So I'm sending one miner in. Sometimes it bugs out, like it doesn't load the system, so I need to zoom out and like get out of the system and get back into the system. I'll send one miner in. I'll recall these 4. Probably have to reboot the game because I'm going to have that bug. And if I reboot the game, then this one that is currently warping is also going to end up in my base. So I'm going to wait for it to arrive, recall these 4. And then if I have the bug, reboot. If not, moving on. Let me make sure that I completed the 12-hour event, whatever it was. Oh, yeah. Oh, as far as artifacts, since we're talking about artifacts, right now, whenever I get that artifact event, I'm currently focusing on this artifact here, this book. And what I do is I get this to 3,200, and that completes the event for me. So that gets me 16 blueprints of it. And this one is just increasing hull health. So once I finish with this one, I'll see which one is the next that I go for. And usually I restock on this currency, on the temporary disruptor. During the Alliance tournaments, I'm redeeming. Usually I complete the acquire 15,000 one or whatever, at least once. So then I have a bunch of them that can sustain me all the way to the next tournament. So I have this one max. The Eye of Ara is the one that you want to complete first, because this one is efficiency. And then you start choosing other ones that depends on your needs. Nukes, wait, tell this game has 10k start at 60 pack? 10k start? 10k start of what? Okay, recalling these. Looks like we don't have the bug. You start the game at level 60. For some amount of money. Wow. Talking about the jigsaw puzzle example. That's literally buying it built. Yeah, no, I just don't want shortcuts. I feel like I'm really cheating myself. I'm robbing myself from the experience of solving puzzles. And that actually makes me happy. All games do this? Yeah, I know. Yeah, World of Warcraft, they do it too. I mean, I guess I can see it's a good argument if, let's say, you want to play with your friends and they made you want to join the game late. Then sure, you don't want to, you know, wait a few months before you can join them. Okay, so this ship is bugged out. I need to reboot the game. So Alt F4 and relaunching it. And then all the ships are going to be my dock. Ooh, I got a hydrate from 6 minutes ago, $50 tech. Thank you. I'm going to do that right now. Thank you. Nick, evening to you too. You're Ops 53 on the EU server 178. Did I miss your recommendations for the Destined Encounter and Spring officer choices? You did, but I can cover them real quick. I did do them earlier on. You can probably see it on the VOD, but I'll recap it really quick. Let me just send these miners out. Actually, you know what? I'm glad you reminded me because I think I just covered one of them and then got distracted by something. Okay, so let's go in there. Okay, so we have these two stores. Destined Encounter, my recommendation, at least the way I see it, all these officers, for the most part, are outdated. We have better PvE officers right now, and there are multiple ways of sourcing them. This one is useless anyway, so I'm talking about these four. We have other ways of sourcing them. Not that important. I'm focusing on the premium mirror dust. This is really important for that research tree. I'm probably going to buy a couple of bundles of Syndicate XP because I'm going to hit the 3rd milestone of the Syndicate XP event that we have right now. So I'll be getting a lot of premium dust from there, plus some Doctor Shards, which are great. So that's... by buying some Syndicate XP, I'm actually getting more mirror dust indirectly in this case. That's why I'll be doing it. The rest going to mirror dust. If I still have anything left, which probably not because I'm free to play, I'm probably going to go for Galactic Recruit tokens. I'm not going to go for this one because I'm sourcing a lot of this just from my daily claims. That's pretty much it. Premium mirror dust for this one. When it comes to the other store, the Spring Officer Choice. So, we're talking to a man that is very ops focused. PvP officers, no thank you. Forget it. Mirror data doesn't exist. That's a hard pass. Miss Q, I think she's also PvP. She is. Hard pass. Leaves us with 4 of them. I'll probably be looking at which one I'm close to tearing up. In this case, Vielle is 13 shards away, but we can buy her. We can buy these 2. Actually, we can buy these 3. 1, 2, and 3 from the DTI store. So we have ways of sourcing them. What about her? Laliari, or whatever you pronounce her. Can we source her from anywhere? If we can source her from somewhere consistently, then I'm probably going to go for beer. Like, you know, I'm going to try to push him as hard as I can because that's extra loot. Miss Q and Lalari aren't in any stores. Yeah, but Miss Q is PvP. If you want PvP officers, sure, get her, but I'm gonna pass. I say I prioritize PvE, so if you ask from my perspective, PvE perspective, she's a no-go. She's in the Archives recruit. IHS. Oh, yeah, the IA recruit. But I don't know. I mean, I think the drop rate is pretty low. Oh, I know. So many tabs. Oh my god. I can't. I don't know where she is, but I think it's a low chance. Supposedly Laurie is useful next arc. Useful. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards her, and the reason is because her sourcing is the most lacking. And in the DTI store, especially once you start bringing in a lot of income, you can buy as much as you want. There's no cooldown on this. I can buy as much beer as I want, and Tolra and Vielle, as many as I want. But we have limited sourcing for her. So I'm probably going to go all in for Liliari or whatever. She's good for waves, and below deck she is. And some content creators already hinted that, you know, we're going to have really tough waves coming out this arc. So I think we're going to thank ourselves if we focus on her. Free the nukes, I would expect we get more Lalari crewmates. Maybe. Barkman, tier 1 is 1k apex. That's 10% better survivability for solo waves. That's not even one hostile. I know, really, it's the question is how bad is it going to be, like, that new wave? Max says on YouTube, she might be good for wave defense. Yeah, she is. She is good for wave defense. That's her main use. And let's see how much... Oh, I know which chest we were talking about. The... Okay, let's... Yeah, I know which one. This one here. I claim it every day. Yeah, chances are low. I mean, there's a chance for a max pull, but I've yet to see a single max pull from this since the feature came out. Yeah, we're getting one shard of her a day. Maybe two if we're lucky. That's really the most we can bank on. If she even procced. Like, this is just the chances of getting shards of an officer. Okay. So, taking all of this into consideration, my opinion, I'm going all in for her. Every drop that I have, I'm focusing on her. She's the only one that we have difficulty sourcing right now from this selection here. And me, also, I'm excluding these two. I know Miss Q we can't source anywhere, but she's PvP. PvE is more important for progression. That's why I'm focusing on Loliari. Let Form Voltron says, it isn't 10k 50% better. You know, let's pull her on the STFC. Then we can see where is she gonna grow into. We're looking at the below deck one. Like, it's hard to read this. That's the below deck ability. Okay, so 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,700, 3,500. I'm still gonna go for her probably. That's my decision. I'm going for her. Nick says, you need Liliari at least tier 3 or 4 to be useful. But she has RNG sourcing, so probably worth it for her. Yeah, she's the only one with RNG sources, and it's very low RNG. So I'm going for her. Look, I'll be tearing her up for sure, or very close to tearing her up by the time we're done with this weekly battle pass. Voltron says it's guaranteed to get one shard for her. Was talking 10k is a good number of it for Apex. Yeah. Well, we have different sources that make the Apex value go up. She's specific for wave defense, but from what we heard, we have a really aggressive wave defense coming in. Like, really hard. The content creator said, like, this was really difficult. So, talking about solving a puzzle, I'm going to focus on that immediately. I'm going to hone in on that. Are we receiving daily chest for the Destined Encounter? We are. Mine came in late today because I think it started late. And also that chest that you claim, it gives a gift to everybody else in your alliance. I'm not spending it yet because I don't know how much Syndicate XP I need to finish the event. To get to milestone 3. You agree, Free the Nukes? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, at least that's the path I'm taking, and that's my recommendation. What did I want to look at? Oh, yeah, here. Yeah, I'm going to hit this milestone. So I gained 1.21 million points today. That includes, I think, like an SLB placement, a little bit that I got from an event. And I got a little bit from the battle pass. So I'll be very close. Let's say I get 1 million, about a little bit over 1 million a day. So I'll be 500,000 points. Let's say 450,000 divided by 5. I'll need 90,000 more Syndicate XP potentially. I may get some from events or whatever, but I'll probably buy some from the store, from the Destined Encounter store, because I'm getting 425 from hitting this milestone. It makes more sense. Gap Prime, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Yeah, that's where I'm going with Destined Encounter. Ryan, there's only one God and his name is debt. There's only one thing we say to debt, not today. I love that show. Oh my god. So House of the Dragon is not even close to Game of Thrones. I watched it, but it's not really getting anywhere. It's just one giant tease. Like, it's building up to something big, but we're not there yet, and we're not there yet. It's like end of season 1. Okay, now season 2 is gonna be everything's gonna hit the fan, and then season 2, not yet. Drastic, thank you for the follow. So yeah, so these are my recommendations for the stores. Laliari all the way. Going with her all the way. And Syndicate XP if you're close to hitting another milestone, and the rest is Premier Mirror Dust. And if you have anything left, Galactic Recruit tokens. Feed the Nukes, it had lack of character depth, slower pacing, and a narrower scope compared to the original series' complex political landscape and diverse characters. Agree 100%. And also the character development. Talk about some people like Jaime Lannister, Theon Greyjoy. I mean, the path, the emotional journey, the things that they've been through and what they became. House of the Dragon is not even close to that level of depth. And the writing and the dialogue, like, yeah, no. It's a money-making thing. I'm still going to watch it, but it doesn't do it for me. Not the same way the original show. I was excited because I think there was a talk that they're going to release Jon Snow. But I think it was canceled. House of the Dragon struggled to create the same level of emotional investment in its characters as Game of Thrones, 100%. Yeah. And also Game of Thrones was shocking you multiple times a season with the unexpected events that happened there. Let's put it this way. Okay, let's do another run. I think I finished everything. All the daily missions, right? Yeah. All of those are done. We have a away team soon. I can probably throw in another MU run. Might as well. Get some more, another chance for 15-hour speed-ups. The right crew. I selected the right crew. By the way, I don't know if you're using him for healing or for mining. I used to use him for mining, but now I just use him for healing. He repairs 20% of the damage from the previous run. He's tier 4. I tiered him up. Yeah, I tiered him up to tier 4. He's great. What was your sourcing for PQ? I'll show you. NX01, mine is maxed at this point. And I claim this every day. Every day. So 3, 5, or 8 shards at my max tier NX. But even when it's not max tier, I think you start with 1, 2, or 3, and then it starts going up slowly. So, yeah, once a day I claim this. No exception. 175 is cheap. Very cheap. Do you not have GC Lorca? FC Lorca, you mean? No, I don't, and I'm still crying about it. He's the only one I don't have. I think I'm like 50 days away or something like that. Something sad like that. No, 46 days away. Probably 43 days because I'll be tearing up my Vindicator a couple of times. And then I will claim an additional claim when I tear it up. So a month and a half-ish I'm going to have him. NX01, yeah. 30 BPs short of that, getting that chip. Yeah, I get it. It's a great chip. It's also going to help you in G6 a lot because that's what I used to relocate myself. Ryan, I just got him to tier 2. Took quite a bit of epic credit. Yeah, it only gets worse. I paid 17... Was it 17,000 for... Let's find him. It was disgusting. It was something crazy. Yeah, I paid 17,000 epic export credits to get him to tier 4. And it's 35,000 for the last one. Luckily, it's a few months away because you need a bunch of shards. You need 960, but man, it gets expensive. It really gets expensive. You sourced them from Incursion Store, Bob? Yeah, that's another way. Breaker, maybe after Incursions. Incursions currency I'm dedicating to something else. I mean, I was supposed to do it for Lorca, but I didn't. I invested in the War Room. The smart choice is going for Lorca. But at this point, I'm already committed to the War Room path that I have, and I spent all that Incursions currency anyway. So I'm just gonna source him with a Vindicator, and that's it. That's just the path I took. I'm not backing now. Nick says, I'm so close to maxing my first ISS jelly. Currently at tier 11. I need enough rare parts for all components. Doing my refines daily and hoping to have enough parts by the end of the weekend. Then it will be 11. Yeah, you're very close. And the first one takes the longest. I don't know where you're at when it comes to how many parts you need, but as you improve your ship parts efficiency anywhere you can, if you want to play around with a converter, if converting some parts to that, you know, the rare explorer parts can actually finish it for you faster, it's something worth exploring. But don't go crazy about it. I mean, just keep max refining them, and eventually once you scrap the first one, it won't be as difficult anymore. T-Red, you're in the same boat. You went all in on Lorca skill points. Lorca is the way to go. You gain more efficiency-wise and progression-wise if you go with him. I went to a War Room, and that was not the best decision. Voltron, I'm all in on Lorca skill points. War Room probably. Yeah, what I did, I bought all the War Room parts that I can possibly get. I'm slowly upgrading it. I still have plenty left. And I focused on that research. Max the research that increases the efficiency of spending the materials on that building by 50%. But considering if I got him early, if I got Lorca early, then I would have his building efficiency, material efficiency kicking in early on, which means I will be spending a lot less on all the buildings that I upgraded moving up in ops. I would have probably gained a lot more than that War Room trick that I was trying to pull. So that's why I'm thinking Lorca is the way to go. Voltron getting the last few ship XP tiers on the ISS Jelly is slow because of the ISS Warp Range. Yes, it is. But for that, I would actually say if you need to burn a little bit of lat, like a couple of million, just to get that loop going so you can get your Enterprise D to tier 12 faster, probably a worthy investment. I ended up spending some Latinum on my ISS Jelly. Yeah, Bob, Lorca efficiency across the board are insane. I know. It's like over 100%. Yeah, I'll show you here. That's when I realized my mistake. So this takes into account all my efficiencies. So I need about 9,000 of each uncommon ore and gas. Now, if I had Lorca, where is he? Oh, there it is. Lorca, resolute materials. Let's say I had it at 120%, and he was seated. That would shrink what I need to spend by about 7,000. I should have gotten him. I don't think the war room is going to pay that well. That's why I'm thinking Lorca is the smart choice. So those who went for Lorca from the incursion store, that's the smart choice. Nick, yeah, I do have the converter, but being good with it. Don't want to use all my converter tokens when I may need them for other parts. That's the smart move. It's just, again, it really depends on your average rare explorer parts income and how far you are. Patience is key in this game. I mean, if you can be patient, and I know it's hard, but yeah, patience is going to pay off. Bob, why did you go War Room over Lorca? Was it for the mat packs? Yes, so since we have the events now, I can show you. I barely cashed them in. I have 135. So when I'm going to get this to a really high level, getting the parts from all the other sources, I'm not cashing these in at all. Then these are going to be increased to a really high amount. And maybe by then we're going to have G7 and these are going to pay G7, let's say. So that's a long-term investment. These don't expire. This is like a really long-term investment, and that's the path I chose. But again, looking back, knowing Lorca and what he can do, and that I could have gotten him early, I should have done Lorca. But that was my decision at the time. The logic then, I was leaning towards this more. Nick, good thing is my efficiencies are at a point where max access jellyfish, I would need 13, almost 14k rare parts, and scrapping pays 46, yeah. That first one, just the first one takes a while. It's like getting your first million. That one takes a while, but then after that, making other millions, easy. T-Red, and now he has sunk cost fallacy and stays in. Wait, do they have payout charts for Raw Room that you base that on? I was looking at some charts. I think my assumption is that I will not be able to, let's say I unlock Lorca, I'm probably not going to have enough skill points for him. Because I'll need to buy those as well. And the Vindicator is going to provide all of them. And I had a free-to-play path for the Vindicator with the Terran store. I was collecting 2 of them every day. So I was on track to unlock it. I just didn't know that it's going to take me another 100 days to get Lorca. I didn't think it was going to be 100 days plus 100 days. That's what threw me off. Breaker FC Lorca has some good efficiencies. He's just awesome. He's just awesome. And the character is awesome. Sear says, really wish the war chest was more regular. I know. It's once a month at best. I think sometimes they skip it too. Nick, I didn't realize it was... I was at this point until I was made aware of the ISS Jelly scrapping loop to eventually get the Enterprise D in the long run. Nick, what's your ops level again? Just want to make sure. Bob, you get a ton of Lorca skill points from leveling him. That's true. And he doesn't need rare skill points either. And your ops 53. Oh, you're ahead of the game. Oh, by the time you get the ND, you're going to get it to tier 12 out the gate. Like, you're going to build it and push it to tier 12 right away. So, it's great that you're starting early. Really. Breaker, you get a lot of Lorca skill points from using your Commander XP to max him out. That's right, yeah. Again, I made a mistake. I have to live with it. I'm still doing okay. I could have done better. But the only advice I can give is don't do what I did when it comes to that choice. If you can get Lorca sooner, get him sooner. Here, I can probably speed those up. Get a head start on these. So I covered it on one of my streams already. The way I approach this, 5 minutes or so before the assignments refresh, I complete whatever is close to be completed. Launch the ones that I like, let them refresh, and that increases the RNG chances for me to get the away teams assignments that matter more. Can you get Lorca skill points from Incursion Store? Yes, you can. $50. I'm ops 53 and 54 cooking, not rushing, so I can get more research and buildings. I would rush. I mean, 53 to 54, you're just going to get paid faster. You're going to get better refinery, better rewards from events, which means you'll have more income to push more research and buildings. If I were you, I would probably pull the trigger, especially if you can handle your PvE tasks. Nick, oh lovely, will be getting as many as I can. Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. Bob, never too late, incursions are coming up. I'm probably gonna buy some to get it faster. $50 just the Forcha, but wow, the Tritanium is crazy. I know it does. I was actually Tritanium short for getting my Enterprise D to tier 12. Like, Tritanium became my bottleneck for a little bit. I didn't think of that. Thank you, I'll be 54 tonight. Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. Try to time it with your refinery, so as soon as you claim all your refineries, push the ops so you can claim them again. Usually in the morning, like sometime in the morning is best, because it can also reset a bunch of other chests for you, like in the faction stores, other refinery tabs. Like, ideally, it's the morning before the daily event resets, so then you can get the better pay from the event reset that day. Yeah, you're welcome, $50. Bob, I was able to save enough choice rewards, loyalty chests, whoopsie chests, to go from up 50 to 56 in around a month. Definitely felt it was worthwhile. The sooner you ops up, the sooner you get paid. More. Now, here, let's go back to my resource count and refresh this, because I don't want Lorca to be applied. I have over 20 conversion tokens. I can cash out some loyalty chests as well. I can theoretically get all of this ready right now if I cash in on almost everything I have. Oopsie chests, all that stuff. And push off 67 today. The reason I'm not doing it is because that will tap me out on everything, which is not a smart idea. I don't like tapping out completely. And we're a week away, and I'll be getting more materials. And then I can probably get this amazing officer that may be like essential for the new waves. So I made the strategic decision to hold and wait for the arc, and then go nuts. And then I'm going all in. I'm going crazy. I'm going to stream it live too. Like, I'm going to go burning everything I've got. Because I'm getting the vlogs too. Alright, so let's make sure the away teams are... We have 3 minutes before they actually reset. So let's get this quick. I always go for the Latinum. Even though it's 35,000, it's not a lot in G6 land. It's still great. Faction credits, always need more of them. It's never enough. Sure, let's throw Seal out there. Nick, I've got Lorca to tier 19. Need epic credits to max him. Need skill points to get abilities tiered up as well. That's a really good Lorca you got there. Okay, so I got all the ones I want. Faction credits and Latinum. I usually go for these speed ups and stuff. These are trash. In 2 minutes, they're going to reset. I'm going to review them again. And launch the ones that I want. Where's my health at? I can kill one more and then move to 68s and then get out of here. Bob, for me to unlock the new Giorgio, they're going Ops 53 to 56, maxing all the G4 faction miners and maxing Pylum Coroner. That's the thing. I mean, you progress like crazy and you unlocked her. That's the best of both worlds. And congrats. Like, the Pylum is such a fine ship. Okay, let's kill, I think, 2 or 3 of them. And that will be enough. Voltron, what ships did you spend Galactic Acclaim onto getting hull plating? That's a good question. I barely spent any, and I'll show you. Let's move this ship over here. I think I only did Enterprise D, maybe 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, I just did 1 purchase of the Enterprise D, Galactic Acclaim. I mean, I see the benefit here, you know. But I didn't know also that I'm going to keep the Enterprise D as long as I did to be my main ship. I probably would have invested more, but at this stage, because I'm about to build the Velox, I'm probably going to upgrade the Velox a little more. It was never a priority for me. Are you holding for the Velox? Yeah. Yeah, right at this point, I'm fixated on the Velox, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to get that disappointed. Because some people say the Velox, if it's not tiered up high enough, it's not as garbage as the Minerva, but it's borderline garbage. So we'll find out soon enough. Bob, also you can get those away teams higher with more officer that stat research and such. Yeah, but it's a minor difference. It doesn't make that much of a difference anymore because there's like diminishing returns. Okay, faction credits definitely going for this one. Let's throw an advisor. Yeah, we have an advisor and a chancellor. Usually I'm between 3.5 to 3.8. That's the highest I go to. Can't wait for the Enterprise E. Me too. Oh my god, it's long overdue. But at the pace I'm moving, maybe 6 months, maybe less. I mean, I'm technically Ops 67, so I have 3 Ops levels in 6 months. I think it's doable. I think I can do that. But 69 to 70, that's going to take forever. Voltron, feels like there are limits on rewards on ATAs. Yeah, I think Rev mentioned that they're considering upgrading it, but you know, it's Scopely. If they're saying they're considering something, how long will that take? We have ads in a few seconds. Do I want to do this? No. No, I'm not doing this. I'm going to let this one reset, actually. I'm going to let this one reset in, you know, 5 a.m. my time. So then I have a chance for a better, you know, maybe Latinum or more faction credits. When do we complete? Oh yeah, the away teams one. Maybe I need to spend a little bit. Yeah, I need to spend a little bit. I'll upgrade an officer with trade XP. Usually I try to go for the epic ones because they're higher in stats. So I sorted by rarity. And I go for like a max one, like a level 30. Well, I'm not spending 107k. Who am I gonna upgrade? Lorca? Sure, I'll spend 1500 on him just to complete that BP event. There we go. Find UC? Yeah, I could do UC, but I don't really utilize them for ATAs. ATAs really need to get updated at this point. It's so outdated. For G6, it's like very little. I still complete them because they're easy, but it's very little. So, I think you guys are on... Ads break is over in 20 seconds or so. Voltron says, find all the pilots and warriors. Yeah, I did. I mean, Chen is already there, and I just go for epic. I just, you know, level up an epic with something, because usually I use them, the higher stats, so I want to send them on missions, on away team assignments. Okay, so you guys are back from ad break. I didn't realize that we... Anyway, I didn't cover anything too important, but I'm considering raiding now. We're approaching 3 hours so fast. I thought the Ginger is supposed to be on, but I don't see him on. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's playing War Thunder. So, how about we raid the Ginger? Yeah, let's raid the Ginger. I think we did Flaming Scott last time. So I'm gonna hit start raid, and guys, I'll see you on Sunday, and probably, yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, the next stream, and we're gonna be raiding the Ginger. Yeah, thanks all for being in. Thanks for everybody for the bits, for the follows, for the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's have fun and move over to the Ginger. See you guys soon.
A little bit more, I might have blowed his ammo up.
Yo, booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh what a booty.
What is up, JB? Welcome in, Raiders. We're playing in the Great War.